Hello again. I seem inadvertently to have irritated some people by my video yesterday about Mary Seacole, for which I must apologise profusely. As viewers would know, statues have been toppled in recent weeks because the people they commemorate have held unacceptable views on race or slavery and so on. There's a campaign to rid an Oxford college of a statue of Cecil Rhodes. That's the Rhodes Must Fall campaign. I feel the time has come to consider the case of a statue of a person who held outrageously racist views, who even took part in blackface parties. I'm referring, of course, to Mary Seacole. In 2004, Mary Seacole, who ran a restaurant for British officers, firstly in the Ukraine and later in the garrison town of Aldershot, was voted the greatest black Briton of all time. Still, racism is racism, and we must not hesitate to root it out wherever we find it. I've been rereading Mary Seacole's own autobiography, her account of her life, and pretty shocking reading it makes too. She was, of course, dual ethnic heritage, and she attributed all the good parts of her character to a white father. She said that the characteristics that she had from what she described as the Creole race were not really all that desirable. By Creole, she meant, of course, mixed race Caribbean. Mary Seacole, in her writing, is very scathing about what she describes as blacks. Even worse, she uses the N-word to describe black people. Really out of court these days. Good for nothing black cooks, grinning blacks, N-word cooks. It's obvious she had a very strong racial prejudice against black people. She didn't regard herself as black. When she saw some people in Panama cooking a monkey to eat it, she thought that, and I quote, "its grilled head bore a strong resemblance to a Negro baby's." Seriously? Comparing a monkey to a black baby? Of course, British officers with whom she knocked around were a racist bunch, and she joined in their awful racist jokes. I suppose if you spend all your time with white officers, you're bound that's likely to happen. They were the people with whom she associated most in her restaurant, which can be seen here. We've seen how blacking up has been seen as scandalous in recent years. It's really damaged people's reputations. Politicians, Justin Trudeau was found to have blacked up and it didn't do him any good at all. Mary Seacole was quite keen on it actually. She thought it was really funny. On page 183 of her autobiography, she tells how she helped some officers get dressed up in drag and then later on how some of them blacked up. This is blackface, of course, and she provided the wigs for them so that they could impersonate Africans, make themselves a caricature of Africans. She wrote that some soldiers blackened their faces and came out as Ethiopian serenaders admirably. What larks! Do we really need a statue of somebody who carried out this sort of thing, though? Someone who held those views on black people today? Don't even get me started on what Mary Seacole thought about other races apart from black people. She refers to one man as Jew Johnny, describes the Turkish people as degenerate and says they are indolent and slow. Greeks are villainous looking and have cunning eyes. It may be argued that Seacole's racist views were common in the mid-19th century, but I don't see that as an excuse. The time has come for that statue in central London to go. Seacole must fall.